Hi and congratulations on the purchase of your Robson XTT. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put up the awning using the new pole setup. So step by step, we'll go through it and hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to put up your awning, no problem at all. In preparation for putting up the awning, I've laid out my awning roof across the front with the zipper start piece at this end, because we always start the zippers at the back of the camper. And I've connected my pole assemblies into the eyelet at the top with the carabiner clip. Now the poles along here, to identify them, the easy way is to locate the upright pole. And the upright pole is the one that has a spigot at one end and a rubber cap at the other. It'll be numbered, and the numbers are at each end, the extremities of the camper, is a number 12 pole, which is the vertical pole. The two just either side of centre are number 11 vertical poles, and the one for the middle is the number 12. This is by far the longer one. So they're connected in. So now what we can do is zip up our awning roof starting at this end. To make it easy, I've got myself out a window pole with a little hook in the end. So once I get the zipper started, I can hook that through the zipper tag and slide it along the length of the camper. Also, I've lowered all the internal poles. This makes it easy for me to do it all from ground level. Mind you, I'm 6'3", so if you're a little bit challenged in terms of height, you may want to use a step ladder, even if you've lowered the poles. But remember, before you lower everything, make sure the little eyelet on each one that you need to connect to is protruding through the sock, so it's easy to connect these up. Now that I've got it zipped all the way to the end, I can use the same window pole to press down the velcro along the length of the awning roof. The velcro will help stop rain getting in through the zipper, but it's important to remember, if you don't angle the front of your awning down during rain, the water will run back into it. So it's not a waterproof seal by any stretch of the imagination, but it will stop the vertical fall of water splashing through the zipper. All done, now we can start erecting the poles. So I've got my first ridge pole extended out. Now, if you've got this right, the spreader pole to the next vertical pole will be on the forward side of the camper. So looking at me from where you are, the left-hand side. Now, because it's a bit windy today, just to make sure everything stays put, we'll put a rope over this just to hold it in place. That'll hold it steady. Now what I can do is grab the next pole and start setting it up towards that end of the camper. Give that a tighten. And bring my next pole out. Can grab the spreader pole and pop it on top there. Raise that up a bit. Now what that'll allow me to do is I can now bring the canvas over and pop the eyelet over the spigot. Give this a little bit of a adjust. Now it's supporting itself quite well. So I can grab the next ridge pole, extend that out, raise it up a bit to match, and put that next spreader across. Now it's just a matter putting this one in the eyelet. Now what I can do is attach the little hook with the bungee into that hole there. Now that'll stop the canvas from coming off that spigot pole. While I'm here, just adjust it out to the right length. Grab a tent rope and pop it over the top. Now, this is the benefit of planning your setup, getting your pegs and ropes in position before you set it up. What I've done is I've set my pegs out at just on 3 meters, which is a good length. Now I can rope that down and start working my way back to the other end of the camper. Now I can come back to this corner and start working my way back to the middle. Get that over the spigot. My pole adjusted roughly correct. Let's get my little bungee hook in there. That'll keep the canvas on the spigot. And come to the next one. Put that spreader over the top. Now the final spreader up on top of the spigot here, which will now allow me to put the eyelet over the spigot on here. Put my tent rope back over the top there. Make some adjustments. Now it's looking pretty neat. So what I can do now is adjust the ridge poles, get everything right here at this level, put in my spreader poles, and then all I have to do is raise the poles back inside the camper, the front poles at the front of the awning, tighten up my ropes, and it'll be job done. On each of the vertical poles, there's a hole that's drilled here. That's for this little hook which is on the elastic. Pop that in and that'll hold the canvas down on the spigot and the wind won't blow it off the top. Then you can just rope over the top, get everything set up. Each ridge pole has 2 velcro retainers running along the length, one forward, one back. So before you put your awning up too high so you can't reach it, it's a good idea to pop these in the velcro, one here, one there, and that's the same for all of them. Once they're in, we'll pop our spreader poles in. So now when you put the spreader poles in, always have the handle or the lock downhill at the downhill end of the pole. Makes it easier if you need to make adjustments once it's up. But simply pop it on, extend it out, and clip that on. Now don't go crazy and start stretching these out before you've got them in place. It should just be a nice, comfortable fit. Lock it up and do that right the way along. I've adjusted all the internal poles inside the camper in the main tent now up to their correct height. So it's just a matter of matching that with the poles on the awning. So I want to bring them up so they're almost level. So I've got a little bit of fall towards the front. Tighten the ropes as I go along. As a guide, this section here will sit nice and even. It won't try and curl up when you've got them all at about the right even height. Lucky last. To finish off the awning, what I do normally is run a rope from each corner, either end, out at 90 degrees, and that will give the awning structural rigidity from left to right. So if the wind's blowing, it'll stop it from trying to pull either way. In detail, I've done my half hitch here with my rope, so that'll help stop the awning lifting if the wind gets under it. So there you have it, folks. That's how you set up the awning on your Robson XTT. Be sure to check out the masterclass videos, particularly the videos setting up for inclement weather and rain, and also the masterclass series in general, and check out the full Annexe video.